platforms available, it can be a challenge to connect with your leads and potential customers effectively. This is where GetZot Connector app comes in. With our all-in-one marketing solution, you can engage with your leads on any device and through various channels quickly and easily. Let's take a closer look at how GetZot Connector can help you connect with your customers, improve response rates, and grow your business. GetZot Connector is a full-featured mobile app that connects you with your leads and customers through various channels like Phone Connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, and Facebook Messenger. This means you can engage with them on any device and through multiple channels, which is essential to effectively reach your audience in today's digital landscape. One of the best things about GetZot Connector is that it allows you to create multi-channel campaigns that are tailored to the specific needs of each subscriber. Your own AI bot to easily craft messages that resonate with your audience and increase response rates. Whether it's using Phone Connect to follow up with a lead, sending a personalized text message or email, or chatting with your customers on Facebook Messenger, GetZot Connector makes it easy to connect with your audience on multiple fronts. GetZot Connector also includes powerful data analysis tools that help you track user engagement, measure how your campaigns are performing, and get insights on what content resonates with your audience. This gives you the valuable data you need to tweak your campaigns so that they're even more effective in the future. Some common questions and objections we hear about GetZot Connector include: Question: Is it easy to use? GetZot Connector is designed with ease of use in mind. Our app is user-friendly and intuitive, and our team is always available to help with any questions you may have. Question: Is GetZot Connector expensive? Our pricing plans are reasonable and flexible, making it easy for businesses of all sizes to use our platform. Question: Do I need any technical skills to use GetZot Connector? Not at all. Our platform is designed to be simple and easy to use, even for those without any technical skills. In today's fast-paced digital world, it's more important than ever to connect with your audience on multiple devices and through multiple channels. With GetZot Connector, you can engage with your leads and customers on any device, whether it's through Phone Connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, or Facebook Messenger. This means you can offer a personalized, tailored experience that resonates with your audience, increasing response rates and...
Are you missing calls from customers? Missed call text back is the perfect solution for busy business owners who can't always answer their phone quickly. We'll instantly text back a response to anyone who has called and received no answer, so you don't lose out on potential leads or customer inquiries. With our service, you'll never have to worry again about valuable leads slipping through your fingers. All of your missed calls will get an immediate response, meaning more conversions and higher customer retention rates. Plus, this automated process takes no time at all for you. Just turn it on and forget about it. Sign up now to start using missed call text back today.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Voice of the People. King Jab is Voice of the People. 99.1 FM, WJM, 99 Jams the Bird, Carefesta Radio. We're here live in the studio with King Jab, the Dream Machine, and please feel free to join us at 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416. I am your brother Don, the intellectual gangster, and this is King Jab, the voice of the people. What you got for us today, King Jab?
What's happening with it? What's happening with it? Thank you, brother, for the great intro. Hey, man, Dream.
Yeah.
Make sure that phone number on the screen, man, because
yes, sir.
My brother came in hot today, so I want to make sure y'all get interactive because I'm finna let him loose. You know what I mean? I came up in that dog fighting era, so you know, when you bring that one out the kennel, boy,
yes, sir.
I'm finna let him loose.
Standing at the scratch line. Standing at the scratch line.
My favorite book.
Right on.
My favorite book. My daughter read it twice. That's well, when you pass some books on to your kids. Dream, man, sports, bro. Let's do it. Let's ride.
All right, man. So what I want to talk about, man, I want to talk about the draft real quick. So I don't know if y'all been watching, paying attention, but there was some surprising moves in the first round. The first round is pretty much what I want to mainly cover. But first round, pick number 8. The Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
I was not surprised.
I was 100% surprised. Everything beforehand, I had like on my draft board that I sent last week. Everything was perfect. I had the Chargers picking Joe O. I had the Giants picking Malik Neighbors. Everything went perfect until pick number 8 when the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix.
Okay, so I wasn't surprised when they picked. Well, I wasn't surprised that he went as one of the top quarterbacks.
Oh yeah,
I didn't understand the hype around all these other quarterbacks when they had one, especially Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Not when we seen what Michael Penix did going to the national championship. And then I followed up the fact I'm watching the draft and I'm like, man, this what all 4 of his wide receivers went to the league. Like,
Yeah.
all 4, like, man, the number 4 wide receiver got drafted, man, from Washington, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that was also a testament of what he really did. I just didn't see all that hype around them other quarterbacks, man. I didn't like the boy from LSU. Yeah, you fast,
Daniels.
but y'all lighting the ass, bro.
Well, my thing is, they picked Washington picked a dual threat quarterback, 2nd overall in the NFL draft. The last time all of those stars lined up was Robert Griffin III. 2nd pick overall, dual threat quarterback.
Bro,
Heisman Trophy winner.
I got unexcited when you said that.
Well, I mean, for that 1 year, the 1 year before he did the stanky leg and then tore his ACL, he was like cold.
Actually, man, I think the coaching staff and the trainers kind of ruined him too. They put him back out there too soon.
Yeah.
But what about anything else with the draft? Because I definitely want to talk about the basketball.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm a homie. I'm a homer. So I was incredibly excited. In the Washington Commanders in the 2nd round. Moved to went down to the 2nd round. They picked up my boy Jazan Newton out of Illinois. I think they got the best D lineman off the board.
Shout out to Johnny Newton and the Newton family, man. Shout out to my brother-in-law Charles Blue, who was his coach coming up. Shout out to the Newton family as a collective unit, man, that's been a staple in St. Petersburg for as long as Black St. Petersburg has been a thing. As long as American Africans have been here, we can remember the Newtons, all of them great athletes. Big E, Vaughn, Elgin, the rest of the crew, Wayman, all of y'all been fantastic, man, and congratulations, big congratulations. And hey, they're doing it again. We put another one in the league.
Trying to tell you.
Another one in the league. So him, Penix, Newton, and TJ Tampa.
My main man.
Shout out to TJ Tampa, man. Shout out to Ray Tampa, man. 99 Jams the Bird, kept rest the radio.
Yeah, TJ,
because I think TJ was a steal.
Yeah, he warmed my heart. I think that because he had a hamstring injury, so he didn't really do a lot of combine work, so that hurt his stock. But definitely top 5 corners.
Yeah.
Going to Baltimore, I can see St. Pete coming home with another Super Bowl ring, bro.
Right
I
on.
can see it.
I can see it, man, because his quarterback definitely gonna get one.
Yeah, the Ravens are a beast, man. The Ravens are definitely a beast and a perennial beast, man. They always got a good team. So
and I'm incredible. I'm happy to see the amount of players from out the Bay Area that are coming into that are coming into the league and becoming great. Like I was looking at a thing. It was like I was trying to pretty much piece it together. I was mainly joking, but I was like, what if we had like an all Bay Area team play for the Buccaneers? So like for quarterback, we could have Michael Penix. For wide receiver, we could have MVS and Ray McLeod. O lineman, we could have Isaiah Wynn. On the defense, we could get Jazan Newton and Dante Fowler. TJ Tampa. That would be a dominant. These are all dominant players coming out of St. Pete. Coming out of St. Pete and Tampa.
Well, I caught a different understanding about St. Pete athletes when Nick Saban was walking around Lakewood campus and he came and picked up Amari Nyblack, who
Mhm.
just went to Texas. He go be the next one going to the league for
Yeah,
Lakewood,
that's
and
it.
he go probably be first round.
Yeah.
He over there with a Manning, man. The boy,
Shout out to the Not Black family,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Another amazing family. You know, in this area, King Jab, we have really family institutions.
hmm
So when you call the name of a family, if you're in this area, you calling all of the ancestors that family comes from, man. So shout out to Amari Not Black, shout out to the Not Black family. And you know that brings us shout out to Sister T, Sister Tashawn Muhammad.
Yeah.
Man, definitely. Shout out Sister T.
But yeah, because to me, I think it's a incredibly humbling thing to look at, because when I was a kid, when nobody from the area, I can't think of nobody right now who is like the biggest one to come out of St. Pete.
Mm.
I think it might have started I think from what I saw, it might have started with Shaquille Griffin getting drafted.
Yeah, Shaquille Shaquem. You had
All of what that year.
yeah, LJ.
MVS
Yeah.
went that year.
Yeah, you had LJ
Isaiah, all of them was on the same team, bro.
Murphy.
Yeah.
You had I mean, but we have a legacy of great athletes coming from this area.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the people who, you know, come from, we have greatness in St. Petersburg,
Mm.
in arts, in entertainment, especially arts and entertainment. You got great people come from here. Frankie Beverly pretty much lived his life here as a young person.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Margie Hendricks, the lady who sung with Ray Charles, baby. She right out of Jordan Park Projects. Yeah, man. I mean, Ray Charles, you know, he wrote
My
a book, he
favorite
wrote a song called the St. Petersburg Blues. So I mean, we've always been a hub for greatness in this particular concentration of people. Politics, we've always had great people from politics. You know, of course, we produced the great Amali Yisha Taylor.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've been on the map. St. Pete definitely been on the map, and the St. Pete card represent wherever we go.
And Rod Wave.
And Rod Wave.
Can't forget about Rod Wave.
Rod Wave. Rod brought us out there, man.
I mean, you got Escon and Luciano family. Man, I was rolling to them when I was a kid, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right, brother.
Yeah. So I'm happy to see the players that have come out of this area, and pretty much Florida as a particular, but definitely this area.
All right. Basketball, man. LeBron is no longer with us.
For the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, that sounds like an obit, man. It sounds like a eulogy.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us, y'all.
For the first time in 20 years, there will
Kevin Durant is no longer with us.
Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and LeBron James
the
will
chef
not be in the second round.
The kitchen is no longer hot. The chef is no longer with us.
And he ain't talking about Raekwon, y'all.
Listen, I am not a casual basketball fan.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like to watch the playoffs.
Same.
And that boy SGA.
Oh my God, Shea?
Hey, man. And then I was thinking, like, really truthfully, like Shea balling, Ant-Man balling.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got my boy over here play for Memphis.
Which one?
Hey, come on, man. Name on the tip of my tongue. One that got caught with the gun.
Oh, Morant? John?
Then jaw squat on all these dudes. Like, so
Yeah.
it's a change of the
Ja
guard in the
going
NBA, man. Ja going crazy, bro. All of them. So it's a change of the guard in the NBA. I'm liking the youth. I'm liking it. I'm liking that the refs ain't stealing this from them boys. They letting them ball.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, man, it is what it is. New excitement.
Did you watch the Club Shay Shay interview with Charles Barkley?
Not yet.
Okay. He mentioned the youth in the NBA, and he was speaking about the talent of Zion Williamson. He said people don't really understand how talented that young man is.
Zion had a complete glow up, especially from the in-season tournament,
right?
Where bro was literally the round mound of rebound.
Yeah. So when Charles Barkley said he admonished him to lose weight, because if he could drop down to about 260, 250 pounds with his ability, that he would basically take over the league.
That's right. I got a little giant that be with me. He'll take it over. He want to play. Don't even worry about it.
Oh.
Yes, sir. That's our shooter though, Jab. We ain't gonna lose him to the league. He gotta be over our executive protection
Man,
security.
boy, is
gotta
he
be-
ready?
Yeah.
Is he ready? All right.
And I know they're not in the playoffs. I think honestly besides one person, they really did not deserve a playoff spot. But them San Antonio Spurs, man.
What about him?
Victor Wembanyama?
Man, don't nobody, bro. You gotta beat somebody to get there. Nobody care nothing about the Wemby, man.
My thing is, look.
Wemby,
If this year,
Wemby need to go to Louisiana with Zion this all season to eat some of that New Orleans food, but come back with 2 more bricks in his pocket.
I think
Yeah.
that I honestly think that if they put pieces around him, then I think they have the possibility of winning the finals next year.
It's hard. Listen here. Let me explain something to you.
That's my opinion.
That big bobblehead dog though, Joker.
Yeah.
What? Wemby can't deal with that, man. That bobblehead is serious, bro.
Yeah.
Man, listen, he's the epitome of a big man now, man. He's like he can dominate in the paint. Similarly to Shaq, because nobody was as dominant as Shaq in that paint.
Yeah.
But he passes kind of like magic. Like I'm I seen this boy do a touch pass, man. Like the ball coming, he just hit it with a hand. Bop. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, man. You don't see big man play like that. So Wemby,
I think the Celtics are winning it this year, but if they
I don't think they gonna get it.
you don't think they're
We're
gonna
gonna knock him out of the East. Yeah.
I like Minnesota right now. I don't care. I just like Minnesota.
Yeah,
Way the boys playing.
Minnesota will drop 40 on you.
Man, I don't care. I want to see whoever they got to play against some ride with Minnesota. I like Minnesota against the field.
Sister Cardi B was at the Knicks game the other night.
Man,
Oh,
Knicks,
my
okay,
goodness,
the
like-
Knicks being good is the Knicks being good
Uh-oh.
is the equivalent, right?
For our listening audience, King Jab just left the building and walked out when I mentioned the Knicks. So what we can tell is that he is a obvious Knicks fan. And he was so smitten by the reference that he
Actually, he was getting me hot, and I had to go turn the AC down because I knew it.
I think the Knicks being good is like the same way that we would look at the Detroit Lions making it to the playoffs. I think it's incredibly unexpected. If they win more than this, then the world might end.
Man, the Knicks fans, bro. San Francisco 49er fans, bro.
Oh,
I just, bro, they took old Philly Arena
hmm
and
which I'm cool with because I hate the Sixers.
they was mad about that, but bro, they say they was out there crying, bro, about that loss, man, because they grown men, bro. Like this is Michael Jackson out on the stage. Stop crying. They out there
That's how it
crying
be,
because they
man.
haven't closed the series out with the Knicks in forever. So yeah, I don't want to talk about the Knicks, man.
Dark Horse sleeping team to win the entire final. The Orlando Magic.
Hey man,
Orlando Magic, they can do it.
I switch sides to go with the Magic.
Man, I grew up a Magic
my bad.
fan. I grew up a Magic fan, man. I grew up in and out of that arena watching them regularly. I think the first professional basketball game I took you to was a Magic game.
It was Magic Cavaliers.
Cavaliers, yeah.
It was
Magic,
the last year that LeBron was there before he went to Miami.
Magic in the Cavs. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely root for him, man. Root for the home team.
Oh my God, for sure.
And I'm be looking for Tree Rollins though, and Nick Anderson and Penny Hardaway and Shaq and Horace Grant. I'm hoping that I can see all of them.
You looking for Doc Rivers coaching?
Yeah, I'm looking for Doc. Listen for Doc Rivers to get the mic for us one time.
No,
Man,
Doc Rivers.
Doc need to go sit down too, bro.
Yeah, because
He's being played by Lawrence Fishburne in a biopic about Donald Sterling. Lawrence Fishburne is playing Doc Rivers. You got to see this, man.
It's
Whenever you
called
get a
Band
chance.
for Life.
It's called Band for Life. And Larry Fishburne, Morpheus himself, Ike Turner, Larry Fishburne, the Furious is playing.
Furious Styles.
Furious
It's
Styles
called Band for
is
Life.
playing Doc Rivers. And hopefully he'll get the voice down. When I didn't see him do it, but
He'll get the voice down. He'll
pushing
get the imaginary hairline down.
yeah. And
The spray on.
and Sterling looks as creepy on the movie as he does in real life.
Oh man.
This is unfathomable.
Nah, but Doc Rivers in the Milwaukee them.
Hey,
Don't sleep on them.
Right on.
man, I don't like Doc. Okay, I just got a request.
I'm gonna just be real with it. I'm gonna keep it book. I like the Milwaukee Bucks. I hate Doc Rivers.
Yeah, I don't like Doc, man. Doc went over there and stole that money.
I hate Doc Rivers. So much.
Royce, bro, absolutely. Y'all welcome. Pinellas High School Medium Group, bro. Y'all welcome any day. We can get on the schedule. I think I got a guest next week, but just get with me, bro. I would love to have you guys in here because I need y'all to get with my main man so we can go out here and get this high school sports together.
100%.
Ironically enough, today is the 10-year anniversary of Donald Sterling getting banned for life.
10 years.
10 years.
All right, man. Let's switch. I want to do a couple news stories. Then we're gonna go to book of the day. Then we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna discuss. Some things, man. I'm gonna just, hey man, I'm gonna step back. I might get back in my seat today. I might sit back. Hey, so all right, man wanted for shooting, attempted murder, was arrested at Lakewood High School in St. Petersburg. So in the briefing, little homie had bust at some people because I guess they rode through the block looking crazy. I got a little gangster now. Y'all ain't never heard my story about the little gangster, bro. He coming soon to a prison near you. Little gangster. So little gangster had them bust at some people. But he realized, man, dang, I need to sign up for school. So little gangster done went to Lakewood to sign up for school as the police followed him for a murder. And they had to act when he went on the school property because of the situation of his charge.
Right.
Ran down on little gangster, and he had a gun with him in his backpack and a felony amount of marijuana.
Ooh.
Which, what the hell is a felony amount of next story? I don't even know what a felony amount of marijuana is no more.
Can you carry a felony amount of marijuana in the backpack? Or did he have a trash bag?
Turkey bags.
Brown and serve bag.
So, speaking of turkey bags,
Yeah, I got some stories off air that I'll tell you about.
Yes, hey man, yesterday the DEA said they will reclassify cannabis to a Schedule 3 narcotic, which it will make it like, I guess, like Percocets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, no, because if you get called somebody else Percocet, that's a felony.
Yeah, I think Perc might be Schedule 2.
Yeah, you're going down.
Yeah, I think, but I'm
But
not sure.
The thing about this is, I said this on this radio. Like, I don't think people realize how much marijuana holds effect on this election.
Yeah.
Explain that one to us, King Jeff.
Well, if you ever take the time to go to a dispensary in St. Pete or ride by a dispensary or take your lunch breaks in the parking lot, watch dispensary. 98% white and Spanish people going in the dispensary buying marijuana.
Yeah.
This is a voter's block.
Come on now.
This ain't no just we going to buy weed. These are people that are voters block now, willing to vote for a person that's willing to stand and say, hey, we'll make this legal. You ain't got to go pay the doctor. You ain't got to pay the state of Florida. You ain't got to hide around the corner. You know what I mean? So I think that it's a tactic that JoJo using, Uncle Joe. I can't call him Uncle Joe. Not just yet. I ain't rocking with y'all like that, man. I think it's a tactic that he using to try to win an election. And it's a tactic that he's going to need because, boy, the kids hot about you by this TikTok.
Yeah.
The kids hot by that TikTok.
Indeed.
Those 18-year-old voters, they hot by that TikTok, boy. And then, so disrespectful. You talking about, I ain't gonna say disrespectful because it's a health situation, but boy, at the mention of banning menthol,
Oh my god!
boy, if the Newport smokers is another voters
the
block.
fact that it was even on the board.
This is a whole nother voting block that you finna lose.
You about to lose like 75% of the black vote. because you tried to ban the menthol.
Joe Rogan asked Cat Williams, why is it that black people tend to disproportionately smoke menthol? And Cat Williams
heard that.
Yeah, he took a puff and said, maybe it's because we like to enjoy the fullness of experience. Cat Williams is a genius.
Yeah.
And he's a comedic genius, meaning he's very quick with his retorts.
Yes.
But to say that really makes us think about the reason why menthol cigarettes mean so much to American Africans and why tobacco means so much to American Africans. So I apologize for interrupting in there, brother. But I just figured that was an interesting thing.
Man, it means enough for you to lose a vote. You better not touch them votes.
I'm telling you.
I ain't even no smoker, boy. I know you better not touch them posts. I can tell you that much, pimping.
I was talking to my wife the other day. I said, you know, it's something, man. They step down on you so hard, bro. Can't even get a square no more, man.
Yeah.
Well, they only. Well, you know the thing. Actually, man, let me tell you, boy. A pack of posts about $20 right now, man. I don't even, and they paying. I don't even care.
And they don't got the tank top in it. Yeah, you don't remember that. I know Dream don't remember. Dream way too young to remember the tank top that used to come in the pack of Newport. It used to be packed down real tight. And the old people used to open that thing.
Boy, my uncle, boy, they used to roll that cigarette pack up in their sleeve. Boy, they had that thing rolled up right here, boy.
Is Brother John Bailey listening to it? Brother John Bailey know about the old school like that. Definitely.
Hey man, just FYI, quick information, and we go proceed. I don't know what the hell this got to do with post, but there's a picture with me in front of what will be blue now because it used to be a bar.
Right. Yes.
On the back of the Slit Small Liquor Board.
Where is said picture, King Jam?
You gotta ask my mama.
Can this picture please appear?
I was on the back of the Slit Small Liquor Board.
Ma, could you make sure this picture appears on this brother's social media, please?
Yeah.
I think the world needs to see, because all the ones who didn't see the Afro Jabber on the lap. See, I saw that picture. I saw the picture.
Back then,
Baby Jab with Big Pro.
Oh, man.
And I was on that back then, but y'all wear white, I'm wearing yellow. I ain't even standing there, you do all white party, man. I got on yellow.
Fro completely blown out too. He had to blow out kid in it.
Hey man, we got a book of the day, y'all. What that say? How propagandas work?
How propaganda works.
All right, so I'm gonna read and I'm gonna get off my next story.
Oh no, bro, do your thing.
But I'm gonna label my next story is how propaganda works.
How propaganda works. You're listening to King Jab, the voice of the people, 99.1 FM, WJM, 99 Jams, The Bird, Carefesta Radio. Feel free to call in and join us, 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416. King Jab and the Dream Machine.
Raise Hines Historic Gas Plant. Redevelopment agreement release. This is how propaganda works, y'all.
Ooh.
Yeah.
184-page agreement. This is their way of coming back to the table. I gotta look at this play. The site plan calls for the Rays to pay $105 million for 36 acres, which was formerly 94. So I gotta look at that because that might work out now. Because y'all cutting them acreages down and we need our city. In phase one, an African American history museum, which supposedly will be the Carter Woodson, which is still one of the most beautiful places in the city of St. Petersburg. Why the hell we moving it? But
that's the truth.
Right? Yeah. Oh man. If you ain't been in the Garden of Carter G. Woodson, man, Go back there and take your camera with you, man.
That's the truth.
Please. It will be built along with 1,500 residential units, a 500-room hotel, a Class A medical office. We don't stores, restaurants, and conference space. If approved, it will begin in 2025, and it's affordable workforce housing. They go renew Booger Creek. Hey, I told my wife they gonna make Booger Creek a lazy river. I swear to God, bro. She's like, man, get the hell away from me.
Come on now. You knew I couldn't resist, right? You know I couldn't resist. If they make Booger Creek a lazy river,
I'm telling you, bro.
When the sun sets, how many black people are gonna be?
Not a damn. We gonna set up cameras. Not a net. Boy, well, I better get the hell from out there on the middle line, man.
Nah.
But we gonna set up cameras because y'all gonna be
we gonna officially do that. Can Voice of the People make that an official documentary where we set up cameras and get a media crew? Dream, can you make this happen?
I can
we'll
do
get
it.
a media crew around Booker Creek, around sunset, and see if we can actually catch the mini lights in action.
All we need is 4 drones.
Y'all look out on T-Move.
We ain't gotta send nobody down there, man. We gonna send 4 drones. I can't take liability.
Y'all look out on Tubi for that documentary.
For the mini light documentary.
I don't even know how to spell it.
It's the same female like documentary on Tubi already, y'all.
Is that right? Oh,
absolutely, it's there.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's there.
Who we gonna get to play King Jab though? The movie Jab. Who we gonna get to play you?
Well, what, in the Middle Light movie?
In the Middle Light movie.
I don't need to be there. There's other movies y'all can play me. It's not necessary.
I wonder who's gonna play that.
It's not necessary to feature me in this one, bro.
I want to put in a request that if my sister-in-law isn't chosen as the witch in the Middle Light movie, can my wife be chosen as the witch, or can they be twin witches?
Ooh.
Or we'll use Sister Ray Davis Williams, Sister Michelle Blue, and Sister Crystal McClendon, and they could be like the 3 witches on Macbeth. They'd be the Minute Light Macbeth witches. Shout out to my light brigade.
While y'all lazy rivering.
Oh,
hey man, listen.
Hey, we about to get it ready, man.
Listen,
fair
man.
It's foul and foul is fair. They got it.
Man, let's go to the book of the day.
Upon the heath with something wicked this way. I can dig this. Lesser than Macbeth with greater. Shakespeare's my man. So very briefly, we're gonna hop into the book of the day. The book of the day is How Propaganda Works by Jason Stanley. Again, that is How Propaganda Works by Jason Stanley. And it's very important that we understand language, again, that we understand rhetoric and how rhetoric operates, and that we understand that we live in an age of disinformation. And when you live in an age of disinformation, so says Adolf Hitler via Mein Kampf, the big lie is what everyone is going for. So they're pushing to make the lies bigger, because the bigger the lie, usually the greater the ability to believe it. There's a rhetorical trope called threshold. What threshold means is there's a certain amount of something that has to pile up before that thing transfers itself from one thing to another. So it's like quantity and quality. There's a certain quantity of cold water that has to be there before that cold water is qualified as ice. There's a certain amount of wood that has to be shaven from a table before that table can be a table and not a log. So we're talking about the dictates of quantity and quality. Well, when you're telling a lie and you want that lie to be believed, liars understand, and individuals who studied language and lying understands that the big lie is the one that often gets swallowed, the one that often gets accepted. So when you look at things, look for the big lie. But you won't be able to find the way lies operate in language if you don't know how propaganda works. Now, the difference between propaganda and information is propaganda is tailored to have a particular effect. That effect is made to be an influence on the agitation and the propagation of a particular idea. Now, the difference between that and information is that information exists, and it should. Now, it doesn't, but it should exist apolitically, meaning it shouldn't be political. It should exist in a neutral form in which it can be derived, disseminated, dissected, ingested, and produced to give meaning to particular things. What propaganda does, though, is it reduces the ability for an individual. It's designed to reduce the ability for an individual to have choices.
Mhm.
People give propaganda, and they do so for the purpose of not giving people the opportunity to choose what the information and what the knowledge means. So that's how you know if you don't have a choice, if there isn't an alternative, if you can't conceive of the alternative, then usually propaganda has been worked on you. The example
Give
I
us
use,
an example. That's exactly
Okay.
what I was going to say. Give us a
Okay.
current
So
example.
let's-
Yeah, bust it down, bro.
let's rock and roll with a current example. Okay.
Mhm.
The current example is when black men get money, the first thing they do is run and grab a white woman.
That's what Kanye said.
That's
Yeah.
that's what Kanye said. And there is no voice that is more sane and salient and should be listened to than Kanye West, right?
Absolutely right.
Definitely,
Kanye
because
Omari West.
he's the individual who black people have selected and elected to represent them. Kanye West. I say that with all facetiousness.
That's propaganda.
That's propaganda. When individuals have never understood or even considered when they hear that, because it's meant to trigger you.
Mm.
They've never understood or never conceived when they hear that the black men compose roughly 6% of the U.S. population.
Okay.
That means if you line up 100 people at random, 6 of them will be black men. Now, black men, the vast majority, roughly 50%, are unmarried in the United States of America.
Okay.
30%, 32% of black men are married in the United States of America. So you have 6%, and then you have half of them, which is 3%, that aren't married at all. So now in that other 3%, you have 32% that are married of that 3%. So that's roughly 1 now. Out of 3, you're talking about 32%, you're talking about a third, roughly, who are married, and 85% of those who are married to black women. So the probability of you finding a married black man is roughly 8.5 out of 10 that man is married to a black woman.
Okay.
But we don't consider those black men with money. So the propaganda is working down on 3 levels. 1, that black men somehow have a reckless disregard for black women, which is absolutely not true. 2, that black men constitute a population large enough to really make an analysis of quote unquote marrying out, which I hate that term, is ridiculous, it's sick. And 3, that black men are married. All of those are patently false. But the images that we see from a propagandized position and not from the position of reality. They say, okay, yeah, but what about the draft? And I'm just going to hit on this because I know we got to circle back to this. 224 players were taken in the draft.
Okay.
Mhm.
They say, but what about all of the black men who had quote unquote white women with them at the draft? Of the 224, you're making a generalization from 224 that you've seen, but you never asked the question, how many white players had white women with them?
Yeah.
When they talk about black women being relatively unmarried in the United States, they say that roughly 74% of black women will never be married. And then they look at black men. There are 2 more million black women than there are black men in the United States of America. That's a numeric thing. So if every black man had 1 black woman, there would still be 2 million single black women. But we're going to move away from that. And we're going to look at it like this. If black men represent roughly 6% of the U.S. population, then you don't need to be looking at that 6% asking why black women aren't married. You need to look at that 94. Why don't anybody ever ask white men why they're not marrying black women? Why don't anybody ask Asian men, Latino men, or indigenous American men why they're not marrying black women? Particularly about Latino and Asian and indigenous American. Again, I'll cut this off very quickly. There are more rates of interracial marriage in Asian and in indigenous American communities in the United States than there is in black communities. There are more Asians and indigenous Americans who are married to people outside quote unquote race, which I hate and is sick, than there are black people. But it's easy to believe something that you already want to be true. And the confirmation bias that goes into the belief that somehow black men are pathologically sick when it comes to anything is what allows people to believe that that is how propaganda works.
I think that from our personal experience, the athletes, let's go here, that the white women attached to, or that attached to the white women, I think it's more of a submissive type of thing. Because I want to do what I want to do, and some of these things might not fly with a black woman. And weirdly, listen to me closely. It's a conversation me and my wife always have. Black women, black mothers, they raise their daughters. White women train their daughters. I'm training you to go get this athlete right in high school. Oh, you go ahead and lock in with him. Just had a conversation. Our daughter's around here looking for the dude that got the 3.5 because TJ Tampa lame.
Come on now.
Newton, them boys lame. He go to school. He ain't got no motion. They lame. So, and I'm not saying that these boys attack. I'm just using names because I was so proud of these. They had, the visions is different, but I like the fact that they were okay. We gotta call them.
Yeah, we gotta call them.
But again, I'm gonna finish this call.
I like the fact that they were okay. Yeah, y'all got a good show. I like this segment. Right.
All right,
thank you.
Go ahead. You want to add something to it?
No, I'm just checking out what the guy talking about about they how white women train their daughters, and we looking at how from high school they be checking them on them players, and they got I guess a game plan. They really got a game plan. Make sure they get that athlete like he about to go pro. So yeah, I was just enjoying your show, man.
I appreciate it very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for calling.
Question for you, King Jab.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask real quick? It seems like instead of asking the general question of why quote unquote black athletes choose white women, as if it's something wrong with it anyway. If you're free, you choose. You have the right to every woman on the planet Earth. But why don't they ask the black women who are married to black athletes what they did with their athlete? Why don't they ask that question? Why don't they say, I don't know?
Because it's not publicized. Like I have to agree with you. It's more black athletes with black women.
Yeah.
And I think that I look at it kind of like I'm outside, right?
Yes, sir. I
look at it as a transfer of wealth. My prime example is Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes come in, black father, white mother. He comes out fair skin, curly hair. Boom. So now Patrick Mahomes marries a white woman. They kids don't even look like ain't no black in them.
Yeah.
So now we transferring the wealth. The wealth is being transferred through the bloodline back to, because when I say white women training, the pretty, the good looking white women, they parents send them to try to get athletes, and not even just athletes, bro, professional black men, because that's what y'all ain't looking at either. It's the professional black men, the engineers and architects and them too. Then those fair ones, y'all finna get somebody in the military. I went, hey, because boy, he go over there and die. We need them benefits. It's all the transfer of wealth.
So it makes you wonder then if somebody wants to be in those shoes. In other words, if the Bible says, envy not thy oppressor, nor mark any of his ways, or model rather any of his ways. The funny thing is this is the complaint that quote unquote black men are finding women who outside of the race that they didn't even choose. We didn't choose race. We didn't choose for it to be a thing. We didn't invent it. It don't come from us. But because somebody decides to go against that mold, against that grain, right? Are the people who want them not to make that choice envious? Do they see, because they say things like, these men are being exploited by these women, right? Do you want to? Are you trying to rush to see who could be the
Every
first?
husband is exploited by his wife.
Do they want to rush to be the first one?
It don't matter if they white or black. Every husband is exploited by his wife.
So
everything everything open for you.
And how sick and depraved do you have to be to want somebody who don't want you?
That's true.
8 billion people on the planet, and you upset because somebody that you don't know is there with somebody else that you don't know. Tell me something, King Jab, and just put it out there for me, bro. Give it to me blood raw like you always do. No matter how your opinion is formed against quote unquote interracial relationships, how many times has a black man gotten a white woman and then you say, no, I'm divorcing my wife? How many times has that happened where I saw two people who I might not have even cared about, two strangers in a relationship, and I go home and say, Chris, it's over. It's done. It's over and it's done. Because Patrick Mahomes' wife looks like she looks. I can't deal with you no more.
Well, we're going to add it all in this propaganda conversation because the propaganda is that when you make you want somebody white. The propaganda is when you look at TV right now, 75% of TV commercial have interracial couples.
Yeah.
Ain't no just white families or black family. No, it's a white mom, black dad, white mom. Is interracial, mixed kids. This is what they show on TV now.
And the earth has not stopped spinning.
Not at all. And it ain't changed. One of the things I used to always say, right? Because, my background, I did a little time in prison and I was sentenced to 17 and a half years. And
I ain't telling on nobody.
This a conversation that people used to have, and I'm like,
I ain't snitch on nobody.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold that. Don't even worry about it. I'm straight. So, the conversation that men used to have, I'm putting y'all behind the wall because y'all need to know these things. It's men back there was like, man, I got all this time. I'm just gonna do whatever. My mind state was, there's no amount of time that can make me attracted to a man.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you gave me 15 life sentences. That don't make me a. So if time can attract you to a man, don't blame it on time.
That's the truth.
Don't blame it on time, bro. Don't blame it on time. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's
and it's propaganda is why we didn't see the same cameras, or why we won't see the same cameras on Friday or Saturday when USF graduates. And you see all of the individuals from engineering programs, individuals like your son, from who walked as an engineer, received additional scholarship. The man who has to literally build the world that you have to go and watch the athletes perform in.
So my post this weekend, I was in Atlanta and I posted that we didn't get drafted, but my son got another scholarship. The reason why I posted that is because him and TJ Tampa was very good friends.
Exactly.
They played together on the same team.
Yes.
And we were happy for TJ, and I was just happy to see the different path that all these young men taking. You know what I mean? Because it was my decision, the parents' decision, to send our child to school not to play football. You go stand in this academic space. And the man was award by the National Engineer, the NSBE committee. The way that people spoke about him, the professors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even down to the fact that he wanted to go to Georgia Tech. He wasn't accepted. Georgia Tech didn't take him. So he's going to Missouri. But just to see him so appreciative.
Come on now.
Of what he got, because the people from Georgia Tech got big boy scholarships.
Yeah.
And his was not that big compared to theirs, but in his heart, this is all I need, bro. I'm good. This pay for all my summer classes. I'm finna go home. He excited about that, and he was more excited about his opportunities going to Missouri because another black man engineer. Hey man, that's why I went to grad school at.
Come on now.
They go do this, that, and that. Hey, here go my contact. He a Morehouse graduate. That's the reason we sent him to Morehouse for these
Mhm.
plugs.
Mm-hmm. But
So-
but are men like that not wanted because they're not good men? Are they
No,
not
they not
wanted
wanting because
they're
we're raising our daughters. Our daughters looking at them as lame.
Come on now.
My son is considered like TJ Tampa considered lame. They ain't got no motion. They want the boy that's selling the 3.5s in the locker room.
And the ones who don't want that get married
They go get married.
and they get found because they get looked for by those men. So if there's 8 million, roughly 8 million is not we count the ones brothers who are behind the wall too. There are 8 million single black men in the United States, and you're complaining about a fraction of the 224 that you saw in the draft, then your problem is not with black men, your problem is with math.
Hey man, but I ain't gonna put it all on our black women either, because like, listen, it's a big problem with our young black men. And I think the biggest problem with our young black men is their mothers is raising them like they man.
Yeah.
And they're the head of the household.
Yes.
And that's handicapping these young men into dealing with a young black woman, especially the intellectual, the one that the other dudes go consider lame. Because you can't deal with the fact that she want to go to school. She's smart.
Yeah.
She finna get a degree.
She ain't in the club. She in the lab. She in the library, which is where you need to be looking if you want to find the one.
Exactly. So it
That's
goes
the truth,
both
bro.
ways, man.
That's the whole
It's
truth.
like when it comes to our community, man, it's on how we raising our kids, man. Like we handicapped in the young men and the young women.
Yes.
And they have to have that vision, bro. My youngest son, amazing to what you said. He just had my little grandbaby.
Right on.
And his girlfriend is Filipino.
Mm-hmm. Well, which is a
you know what I mean? So
it's an amazing,
and that's and amazingly, these are the conversations that we had to have.
Yeah.
Because they're in my house, bro. I go hard. And we explain to her, like, listen, we come from the same struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we don't hold no partial. So if I speak in this manner, it may not be reflected in you.
Yeah, any man that's weak enough to change his politics because of the woman that he sleeps with shouldn't have a political voice that anybody should listen to anyway.
Yeah.
The woman that you with don't change your politics, fool. Your politics change because you change. But if the woman that you with sways your politics, then your politics and your political outlook wasn't strong enough from jump. You was a chump to begin with. Don't matter who you sleep with.
Well, I think Kamala can't figure out how to do nothing for us because she used to pacify the white men.
And Montel Williams.
Yeah.
And Willie Brown.
This is why Kamala can't figure out how to
and Willie Brown and everybody else who wanted to turn. Kamala was a doorknob, man. Everybody
Kamala was
yeah, man. Read about when Kamala
she was into HBCU, didn't she?
She was an intern for downtown Willie Brown in LA.
Hey man, you already know what that is. College life, baby.
Come on, man. Listen in the Trump by Shout Dog in the Bay Area. Only intern making 90 grand and driving a Benz.
Yeah.
And forget now when she was Montel Williams' girlfriend.
I'm surprised them Bay Area boys ain't have on the stroll.
Man, they might have. Shout out to the P's out west.
But them players out
shout
west.
Out to the Fillmore. Shout out to Fillmore Slim and all the ones he made, man.
Hey man, but I do feel like Kamala ain't figure us out, man, because she used to cater to the white man.
Man, Kamala used to cater to wherever her bread is buttered at, brother.
Hey,
believe that. She going wherever that bread is buttered at. It wasn't always Bo Biden.
Yeah,
at one time it was Willie Brown, and Willie Brown was good and married, and we were all good and married. He was Mr. Charles with the pissy mints. You know them old tricks be having them pissy mints. They be trying to get the kids. They be giving to the get one of these in the chair. They pull out their pocket mints, be pissing. Mr. Charles, how the mints got pissing?
Uncle Charles got them pissing mints, man.
Mr. Charles got them pissing mints.
And please don't take your shoes off in the house. Thank you.
my
Get
God.
one of them children. Get right around one of them children right there. He keep a pocket full of mints and change. Them mints will piss it, boy.
Hey, man. Y'all crazy,
Mama,
man.
these don't smell right. Baby, just take it.
Hey, man. Shout out to man. That's crazy. Now, I don't even know why I'm
Mint's just a pissing. Mr. Charles, how you mints get pissing, Mr. Charles?
man,
Oh man.
I don't know why my brain right now at this moment went to God bless their day. You talking about Mr. Charles the pissing mints, man. My brain went to thinking about Mr. Ike, man. Man, God, man, my uncle Ike, man, used to have the peppermints in it. But see, if y'all don't know, bro, I was 5-6 years old running through the New Deal, man. My auntie and my mama worked there, bro. We in there, me and my cousin Gerard.
Oh,
But we in there, man. I'm talking about, listen, I got my Virgin Shirley Temple with my cherry with the sword through the cherry, man. Yeah, man, we in here, man.
St. Pete night,
Oh,
man.
man.
Remember Wingate used to be the manager at Ike's.
He don't even remember me.
What?
Man, no wonder I can't stand it. Man, Wingate. Man, we had Wingate on the panel, man. I don't care. I'm talking the truth. We had Wingate on the panel. He was in his it looked like a trailer house or whatever the hell this man was in. But bro, how you want to run for politics, man? You need to organize your damn house, man. There's stuff everywhere in the background, man. You're unorganized. No. Hey, next week, man, I'm trying to get
he got a motor coach like what's the name? Clarence Thomas.
Oh man, who's a story that one day, King Jab, we got to get into Brother Clarence Thomas's story because Clarence Thomas has a very interesting story.
What is this? The judge?
The Supreme Court Justice Clarence
The
Thomas.
one that was smoking the rocks, or the one that's on the Supreme Court now?
That one Marion Barry.
That's Mary.
Anita Hill.
Hey man, they said that Clarence wife sent 80 buses of protesters to the. They say his white woman is on that, boy.
Yeah.
She's
Jenny,
a radical.
Yeah, Jenny Thomas is a very interesting person, but that was Clarence Thomas's second wife. Clarence Thomas was married to a black woman first.
Mm-hmm.
And after their divorce, he got custody of his son Jamal Dean. What people don't know is that Clarence Thomas was a follower of Malcolm X.
Okay.
Clarence
What
Thomas
happened?
That's-
Man, we ain't got time to go on.
No, we don't. But that's a very interesting story about what happened. Because Clarence Thomas was a follower of Malcolm X. Clarence Thomas became very jaded with the movement because Malcolm was murdered and the cover up that went with that movement.
I understand.
Clarence Thomas was one of the ones who was at Columbia University burning it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, people don't know this, man. They really need to study these figures because these figures didn't come out of a vacuum, man. They didn't pop out of nowhere. To talk about old brother O.J. Simpson and his marriage to Miss Nicole Brown. Since Nicole Brown was a whole mess, man. But not saying that she deserved to get her head lopped off.
But they say her handyman was a serial killer.
And Marcus Allen.
No, they say her handyman was a serial killer that had killed blonde women.
Come
8
on now.
different blonde women.
Come on now. And the interesting thing about it all is this, though, King Jab. They talk about OJ and Marguerite. How did OJ meet Marguerite? Who was Marguerite before OJ met him? And what did Marguerite have to do with OJ's 2-year-old daughter dying at the house when OJ broke up with Marguerite?
I don't know, boy.
See what I'm saying?
Hey, man, y'all tune in into us next week.
I was about to say, man.
Man,
We gotta get you out there,
man. We got Clarence Thomas, OJ, and I'm trying to get Dan Sorensen in here next week, man. I'm trying to get Dan. I'm a District 7 voter. Dan been shaking the snow globe.
So
you know I like that.
So you've been listening to 99.1 FM, WJM, 99 Jams the Bird, Carefesta Radio, King Jab, the voice of the people. Next week, make sure you tune in, same bad time, same bad channel, to the baddest radio show in the land. That's King Jab, the voice of the people. Call us when you tune in, 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416. King Jab, Dream Man, what you gonna leave us with?
99.1 Jams, man. Y'all donate to this radio, this community radio station, man. We need to really have our black businesses, our local businesses come back and invest into our local radio station. we can work out advertisements and deals for you. Just find out, man. Figure it out. Let's fit it into your budget, man. Promote us so that we can promote you, so that everybody that hears our voice will know that your business is in this community. Dream, you got something?
St. Petersburg 99 Jams.
Gospel lovers, are you ready for some church? The Angels Gospel Show is back with a bang.